Hey, what is up, guys? Clash of Alexis here, and today we're gonna be going over this deck again. We're gonna be going over this replay, going up against a level 9 from the clan, the Powerhouse. I think I played with like 2 players from that clan already. So my elixir pump was my second card, so I needed to drop those spear gobs in order to get my pump. Here comes his level 7 giant. Everyone seems to be having a level 7 giant. I dropped down my P.E.K.K.A too back. I should have dropped it in front of my tower, but it's okay. I dropped down my Dark Prince just to help out. He was running a giant wizard push, so there goes my prince, and I try to drop down my miner up on the tower. That way it would distract the tower. I zapped that infernal tower. My knight goes down because the infernal tower was targeted onto it. My miner finally goes down. My prince is still at full health. He drops down a musketeer to take out that the prince, but look how much damage my prince did to his tower, and I have 2 pumps down. Here comes a musketeer. I drop down some spear gobs just to distract. The musketeer gets 1 shot off of our tower, which is a pretty good trade. I have more elixir because I have 2 pumps down. Here just goes a simple push, a minor push, but he drops down a giant, and since I don't really have anything for it, I had to zap those minions. That way those 2 minions would be able to take them out, and it works out pretty good. I was wasting some elixir. He had some pretty good damage on our tower, so he's getting ready to drop down his infernal tower. I'm trying to build up my push again. I dropped down those spear gobs to see if they could get in front of the P.E.K.K.A and distract, but they weren't able to. I'm trying to get my zap, so I finally got my zap, but my P.E.K.K.A's already pretty much it was already low health, so he was able to counter that push pretty good. There goes down another elixir pump. If you're not dropping down elixir pumps and you're using this deck, you could get caught up and not have any elixir. I dropped down a miner in the back of that wizard, which it was already focused onto our P.E.K.K.A. My tower is already at 148, which is really low. His tower is at 158. He wasted that fireball. He could have just fireballed our tower, and our tower would have been done. But I don't know. Notice we have 2 P.E.K.K.As down. He wasted that fireball. I didn't even notice that until now. He had a fireball. He dropped down a crying face. Let's go ahead and jump into another one. So here we're going against another giant deck. It's a level 8, which my cards, I'm a level 9, but most of my cards are still level 8. Starting off with our elixir pump. Notice I've been dropping my elixir pump like when I hit like 9 elixir, because earlier I was playing a match and I dropped it down as soon as we started, and some guy rushed me with a hog rider, so he took down my tower. That's why I don't drop it down at first anymore. So this guy has minions. I zapped him and then dropped my own minions in the back to take out those goblins, and then take out his minions. My P.E.K.K.A went down fast due to the fact of that minion horde. So he drops down a wizard, which my towers don't even get. My minions don't even get any damage on. So he has a full wizard coming at me with a hog rider. I try to distract that wizard, 1-shots them. I zap. That's still not enough. That hog rider is still alive. Usually with this deck, I usually just take the damage, but this hog rider just never died, so he took down my tower and my pump. So now I barely even touched his tower, so it's not really looking that good for us. Drops down a giant. I'm doing my push again. He drops down in minion horde behind. I didn't know what to do because I didn't even have my zap. Now I could drop down my zap. Now I have a pretty good push going. He has a bomb tower. My prince doesn't even focus on his bomber on his bomb tower, and my prince is able to take out that tower. So now we tied up the game again. Here comes one of his wizard. I was expecting his giant, but he still didn't have it in hand. So here comes his hog rider. I dropped down my P.E.K.K.A. My P.E.K.K.A. should like one-shot it or not. I dropped down those minions in the back. So I'm building up my push again. He drops down a giant. I'm not sure if to distract. Now he drops down a bomb tower. Notice how big. Once I could get my push going, it gets pretty big. Now I'm dropping down another P.E.K.K.A. I zap. The first P.E.K.K.A. goes down, but my other P.E.K.K.A. is still full health. And I dropped down a miner back there for that wizard, and that tower is down. There's 14 seconds in the match. Here comes one of his giants, and I dropped down a P.E.K.K.A. and zap those goblins, and that is pretty much good game. With this deck, you pretty much gotta take damage to make damage. Here we lost against a Royal Giant user, which it's okay. Oh shit. Here we're going up against a Sparky deck. So we're both just resetting on elixir here. So I'm gonna start off with my goblins since I don't have my pump and I don't want to build up my push yet. He drops his own goblins and zaps my tower. I think he's just dropping down stuff that way he could drop down his elixir pump too, but he never dropped them, so I went for my own push. So now he's gonna drop down his pump. That I don't have my miner, and I'm thinking of dropping mine too, so I see that he drops his, so I dropped mine too. And I think I'm just gonna cycle back to my miner. Yeah, I just cycle back to my miner. He zaps. His pump is pretty much down, but he also fireballs my elixir pump, so they both went down. His pump is also level 5 like mine. Okay, so I'm starting off with my P.E.K.K.A. on the back. He's sitting there on 10 elixir. Okay, so now he drops down his Sparky. And he drops down a Hog Rider on the other side, which I can't really do nothing about, because I'm using those minions for the Sparky. So the Sparky gets a hit off, but the P.E.K.K.A. is able to take out the hit. And the Dark Prince only takes, like, his shield only goes down with that Sparky hit. That tower will be going down because the miner and the miner and the Dark Prince are on the tower. He didn't have any elixir, so I'm dropping down another elixir pump. I'm always controlling the elixir. I always have to be on top of elixir to win with this deck. The pump, I should have dropped it on the other side because I just give them some damage on that tower. So I'm gonna try to build up my push again. He drops down a pump of his own, which even though that he dropped that pump, we're pretty much still at the same elixir. Here comes his Hog Rider. Just drop down some Spirit Gobs for that. I zap all of that, missing those two minions, but since the Dark Prince has splash damage, he's still distracting. He takes out my Dark Prince. That Sparky takes out my Dark Prince, but that Sparky does go down. I drop down a miner in the back for that pump. I can't let him build up elixir on me, because if he does, that Sparky deck could get a little bit of crazy. I have played Sparky decks before, and once they get a lot of elixir, they just place two Sparkies. Once they take one tower down, he messed up with that Hog Rider on the other side. He should have dropped it on this side and took out my tower, but he does have a fireball, so he does take it out. There goes the Sparky. That's 5 elixir, and I didn't see what he dropped. And notice they ignore that Sparky on the side, and they just take out the tower. I dropped down another crying face, just being annoying. And as I said in yesterday's video, if you guys want to join a clan, you guys can join this clan. It's pretty active and everyone's allowed. And there's a deck I'm still using. Sometimes when I get bored of that deck, I still go back to the trifecta deck. I'm still requesting for Valkyries to get it to level 7. This was a minor deck I tried out, which is pretty good. And yeah, that's gonna be all for today's video, guys. I'll see you guys until tomorrow. Sorry for just replays, no live battles. Drop down a like and leave a comment. I respond to them, so yeah, peace out.